Envy is taking jealousy and putting something or someone else above you, then projecting your shadows onto it. Using insecurities as a weapon instead of facing shadows like unworthiness and lack. It's human and completely normal to get jealous of something. We're not meant to experience or have everything that another person does and all at the same time. But when that uncomfy feeling arises, you can use it to show you your desires. Not what you're missing or lacking, but desiring, which means not never, just how you're gonna get it. Keeping yourself in envy repeats feeling not good enough for these desires, meaning you're adamant on staying oppositely aligned to what you want by continuously assuming it won't ever happen. This is also where control plays a huge role, wanting everything that had a thought behind it. Then, because you don't have it in the moment or can access it right away, you feel you come up short. And then in life in general, let me take a moment to say what's for you comes with ease. If that car is something you want so bad and hearing your friend get a new one first makes you uncomfy, it simply shows you still desire it. What you do after places your alignment. Do you start thinking they didn't deserve it, it's too expensive, that they're gonna ruin it? That's putting yourself under them and the situation, when you can instead reframe your game plan on how you're gonna get your car. Because why can't you work towards it too? You don't know the full story from how they've come to receive that car. It does have everything to do with their personal alignment. It has nothing to do with you. As much as getting your own car has something to do with you. When what you desire starts happening around you with other people, it's a sign it's gonna start happening for you, and it's a reminder if you still want it or not. Keep sharing your joy with the people receiving what you want. That keeps you in alignment with it. To reject someone else receiving what you want is to reject that for yourself. The universe doesn't give to greedy. Are you willing to be patient and work towards what you want? Or do you want to stay stuck in entitlement? Why do you deserve something you didn't wait or work for? What makes you align to it aside from simply wanting it? Don't you know wanting more and more leaves you with less? The natural light in this room is constantly giving. I would like to share my personal examples of jealousy and how I overcame them through time. This is not like a quick switch where, oh, I'm jealous, I need to do something about it. No. This took practice, this took years. During these times that I would be jealous of these things, they were a constant reminder for a long time. Start with materials. Starting with this because I do talk about connections a lot. That's still going to be mentioned, but let's talk about this first. Growing up in secondhand clothing, having friends who constantly showed off their things and the places they've gone to, getting schooled by teammates or opponents in sports, they had coaches and paid practices outside of school, seeing classmates have support in other activities like dance, singing, band. As I got older, it became watching people follow the path of life, having school, having work, going on vacation. I was jealous about that. It was watching others buy whatever they liked, experienced and ate whatever they liked, whenever they liked. It was so uncomfy watching people experience so much of what I wanted all at the same time without needing to sacrifice anything. Kept thinking to myself, how do people have time to do whatever they want, whenever they wanted? It became envy. When a past partner would buy whatever they wanted, I would judge them for it. It was their hard-earned money. Why would you buy that? You don't need something like that. And I was fully aware that they were sharing their resources with me too. They would buy me gifts, they would buy me food, they'd pay and split our bills. Still felt that. I just couldn't see it as what it was because at that time in my life, I just wasn't ever satisfied. Always wanting more and more, but what was it that I was really trying to feed? A lot of the times I project that, oh, you can buy that and do whatever you want, but I'm here working so fucking hard and getting half the reward and getting half the opportunity to do this and that. It wasn't his fault. So many thoughts of how could people afford and maintain a lifestyle of whatever they wanted to do. Why do they get to live so freely while I'm here working my fucking ass off to have an ounce of what they have? I would think all of this while living in homes, driving in cars, having things I did want, eating foods I did like. I thought all of these crazy things about other people when I could have changed my job at any time. I thought all of this while knowing no one was really making me stay where I was staying. In Calgary, I had notions that I felt obligated to stay because of my family. No one was like holding me down, pinning me, you're staying here. And I was doing stuff I did want to do. It's just my direction of them was just not aligned to what I had seen potential in myself. I can't judge myself though. It's hard to see it when you're in it for so long. You really do need to hear other perspectives and hear other stories just to remind yourself, oh shit, I don't have to be living this way and I don't have to be thinking this. For this reason, staying where you were born is so dangerous for your personal growth. Back in my hometown, I genuinely thought my life was just gonna be my life, that there was no option to live any other way. With materials, I still was able to move into houses. I still was able to buy a car, finance. I owned so many devices to make my life easier. I have a phone, I have an iPad, I have my MacBook, I have AirPods. Those are the things I continuously. It wasn't until I was living in my car that I realized, what's the point of having all these things when it can just easily be taken away at any time? When I lost my car, I had the realization of, what was the point of holding on to something when it makes me feel so outside myself? I had a huge realization when I was in a call with the repossessions. They were like, do you want to make this work? I can't afford this. This is just not me. This is not my life. I'm not meant to have a car right now. I have to accept I can't have a car right now. It was hard. I've had a car for, 9 years. A part of my identity was that I had a car. Like I always drove. I had access to it and I was just so used to that kind of access. It felt like it was a part of me, but it was a blessing in disguise. Such an ego restructuring moment during that time. I just can't put my worth into materials. No matter how convenient something, like anything material has made my life, it's not why I was born here. And if I was fine and living before it, I can also be fine and living without it. The only terms of materials is convenience. Losing my car made me love walking again. It was something I loved to do before my license. I loved morning walks to school, walks back home. Great, because I lived really close to all of my elementaries, junior high, high school. Losing my car was the first step to finding myself again after the obvious loss of being homeless. A big shift from having a car of 9 years to walking again, but it was rewarding. The first thing I was really excited to build up toward from the ground up, to see me want to put an effort towards saving for something, keeping an optimism that I will have a car again. It's a big shift in how I saw materials. It was truly putting the effort and working towards something again. At this point, after living in my car, with the housing market, with rent, with dealing with paperwork and landlords, I figure living in my car at this point is going to be my life. I'm just going to accept that nomadic part. It will probably be a van this time though, more spacious. What I envisioned at the time for myself. I'm not going to save up for a house. I'm not going to save up for rent. It felt more of a headache and hassle. I'm just gonna pay for a used car. All I have to worry about is insurance and gas. Maybe places to go shower. I felt myself shift from wanting what other people have, wanting to do what other people were doing, to simply focusing on what I had and what I was doing. Just to have that drive of, okay, I'm saving up for a car, was enough to shift my focus of, okay, I cannot worry about other people right now. Lost a lot of things that I held security towards, to realize its importance and realize I was fine living without specific ways of living and specific ways of security and stability. I lost it all. I had nothing. I had to learn how to be stable and secure without those things. After seeing myself come into materials, making money for myself, making things come to life, it just built this fire in me that I was like, I can literally acquire anything I want as I am working towards it. That drive just to know that I am doing it, it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take, feels so fucking good. Of course, you know, buying things right when you want it is great. After my homeless journey, I found the value of asking yourself if it's worth investing in. Switch in itself didn't make me stingy, but it made me value what I actually bought more. Is it worth it to me or not? Because if it is, I'm going to value it. Like everything I buy, I get so excited about. Everything that I release, I know it's just time. I am someone who does not like to hoard. Grew up with like family of hoarders. I'm not a minimalist where I'm like, okay, I don't want to have nothing. Like I still buy like collectible stuff. I still buy cute stuff. Why do I have this Bulbasaur? To y'all, it could just look like a thing, but to me it's so special because I fucking love playing Pokemon Go. I'm level 36, let's go. Play like every day. I don't mind buying things for myself as long as I know I'm gonna love it, as long as I know I'm gonna use it. And as for the Bulbasaur, I look at that every day and it just reminds me of like what I love. If you are buying a collectible, as long as you're looking at it with love, appreciation, you know, not just like something you bought and now is just collecting dust. That's holding no appreciation for the things you're buying. Anything that's collecting dust is not being appreciated and can be released. This is your opportunity to release it. You don't have to hold on to everything that you have. It just means it's not serving your current season, and that's okay. You resonated with it once and now you don't. Now you get to give it to someone else who now resonates with it. You can go back to that passion again, but right now it's not serving you. It's collecting dust in your head as well. It's collecting dust in your body energetically. Release the things you literally do not look at. You don't need them. You really don't. That way, when you get the things that you really, really like and enjoy, like you will see it in a higher light. Take this as a sign of don't wait for just spring cleaning. Notice something that you haven't seen in a while and it doesn't even give you joy. Like say if you did find something and you're like, oh my gosh, where was this? That's different. If you're seeing it and you're like, oh, another thing to put away, another thing to put away. You don't need it. You can have a box of those things and that is someone else's treasure. You can be part of someone else's treasure. Isn't that exciting? Donate that to anywhere that's open to donations. Someone else will completely love that. Be part of someone else's joy by letting go of something you don't need anymore. Also helps that I came into nothing to realize the stuff that's coming into me now. There were definitely a lot of blessings that I experienced along the way that I just couldn't see for what it was. I couldn't value material and I couldn't value myself. I couldn't resonate with the materials that I was just having simply to have. Things I have now, they all mean something to me. That way the universe will see you want to be in alignment with that thing, so it supports more of that thing. If it sees that you're just doing things just to do it, you don't care, you're complacent, the universe is probably like, okay, they're not that serious about these things. Until you point your direction to intentionally buying, it will actually change the flow. Trust me, like literally about that. I also can't make you do anything, so. Of course, there are certain materials I'm attached to that I don't know if I can ever let go of, that I hold part of my identity. If this ever leaves my life, I'm not sure what will happen. I say this in a very vengeful way. A pre-warning. I've come to see my devices a lot in a better light. Not simply that, oh, I just have these things. I really have tools to keep me connected to the world, to keep me connected to my business, to make my business flourish, to make myself flourish. Love these things. Being homeless has also helped me appreciate being in any home. It's hard when I grew up in a lot of different homes. I rotated between at least 3 different homes throughout my childhood consistently. Didn't have consistent, oh yeah, this is my house. Took till my homeless journey to realize home is going to be wherever I am, no matter what. I'm excited to set up roots, but also home is an expression of people. Home is people's external environment. So if you're going into really neat and tidy homes, you can understand how organized a person is. A lot of old furniture, a lot of old in general, you can tell that People are maybe stuck in the past. Materials are an extension of people. People don't buy what they really don't resonate with. If you're just buying this, it also shows that you're carelessly outputting your energy as well. The things that you are buying, you still find some resonancy with. Say you're into pop dolls. If you're more careless with it, you're like, oh yeah, let me just buy all these pop dolls that just this. Sure. But you resonate with the fact that you like pop dolls, you know, that's still a thing. But intentionally getting pop dolls is like getting excited over each one. Why? The show is what do you resonate with a specific character? I have spent a lot of time also around people who had a lot of money, watching it, what they spent on, and just still being so unsatisfied. I knew even from watching them, so before my healing journey, that money doesn't make you happy. There had to be so much more that makes you happy. Money gives you access and adds so much more to your cup. But to be happy without money is to have fulfillment in your life. Have gratitude for everything and anything at any moment. I used to be jealous of friends who had a lot of money because they had the money, not because of what they bought. Truly, I didn't really care too much of what they bought. I grew up poor, so I didn't really compare myself. I already kept myself under. It didn't affect me that way. I was jealous of their money in terms of, wow, you could really do stuff with that. Travel anywhere, you can set up shop anywhere, you can have all the holistic care, you can see all your personal doctors that you want, you can have all the teachers that you want, you can see all the mentors, you have so much access to all these things. Jealous of that. I wasn't jealous of bags. Another thing, I was jealous of experiences. If they went out to eat at a nice restaurant, I'd be jealous about that. I like stuff like that. Could care less about items that they bought. I just felt that it was just too superficial and pointless to me, but that's just how I took it. Overcoming jealousy in friendships. I learned early on that I couldn't rely on my family for a deeper connection. No love or understanding or effort, comfort. I sought these things ever since I could remember, starting from my first best friend, Rachel. Different people came with different versions of love. Those that I kept around, I felt gave me more love than my family ever had. These people wanted to have connections with me. These people cheered me on when I did well in sports and academics. They wanted to spend time with me. They included me in their plans and told me their stories. Any level of me receiving any of this meant that people wanted me in their life. Anytime I felt hurt, whether it was inflicted intentionally or not, I say not as in no accountability. I still stayed because it was still better than what I experienced with my family. During lower moments, it reminded me of my family. It was familiar, yet it was still better because it came with, the happier times. All I ever wanted was to lift people up and remind them that they're not alone. I did this with everyone. I tried to make sure they had someone. Yet when I felt an ounce of judgment towards me or my story, I would just completely shut down. Shame and guilt were second languages in my upbringing. Feeling that from anyone reminded me of all that I wasn't. Maybe it was the way that I was so desperate for these connections that made it so painful. No matter how much I didn't want to, I energetically had people around me who reminded me of my childhood. The more I grew out of each friend group, the more outcasted I became. I want us to grow together. Sometimes some people would start to with me and it'd be going at it for a little bit with my consistency and their lack thereof. In it came resentment. I didn't want to acknowledge the envy I'd feel for my own friends. I always wanted the best for them and truly meant that. If they were going towards something and knew, I was a cheerleader. But whenever I'd get started in something new, humiliation, shame, projections of all kinds. Back then, I didn't know how to deflect. I took everything personal. My confidence level had no way of initiating anything after hearing my friends laugh at me once. It took being alone for a very long time to give and maintain the fire that I have for each of my current projects. They wanted me good like them, but never better or achieving better but also just like them. Always taking what I was doing as an attack that they weren't doing enough. It's not about them. What someone chooses to do for themselves is not about you. Never gatekeeped or plan to either. I've told them what I learned and used as I was doing it. The stuff that I also told them and learned through was stuff I knew worked. Ego will really have you thinking everyone is an enemy when there's genuine people around to help, like me. I see potential in everyone I connect with. It's a Leo strength and a weakness. Throughout this time, I've learned to invest in potential when they themselves want to invest in their own potential, not me constantly inspiring that. Instead of using jealousy to show them what they desire from what I was receiving, they were thinking how I just didn't deserve it. Instead of making game plans on how they can make this themselves, they put my situation and me above them. Then, because I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do, villainized, grouped together to make sure their point was justified when I was struggling. Do not allow something like jealousy to be the reason you burn bridges with good people for no reason other than to feed insecurity. You project insecurity every time you wish something doesn't happen for someone, and every time you wish for someone doesn't receive what they do. You don't know their full story of how they came into alignment with what they're receiving. You're able to get it too. Don't expect to receive something just because someone else has it. Expect to receive something because you worked for it, because you were patient for it. Lower vibrations like jealousy, insecurity, fear are very easy to spot. I will not be working with or intentionally staying around or intentionally investing time into anyone who doesn't have the capacity to cheer me on and ask what I'm doing. No more of that. I will not be around anyone long who does not wish the best for other people or who even wants the best for themselves. I will not be around energies that do something only to expect something right back. I will not be around constant, instant gratifying things, people, or experiences. I validate myself in all I do and who I am. I am deeply rooted in who I am and what I envision for the world. Anyone connected to me wishes and acts on the exact same. Compatibility is the foundation for personal community. Relationships. Since our romantic connection mirror the relationships we grew up in and around, I was in a lot of connections that ignored, abandoned, left me in the dark about important matters. I'd carry a strong masculine force going into relationships. I pursued them in the beginning. This set the tone in me being the one to initiate anything. I was really jealous of watching girls be in relationships where they seemed completely taken care of, that they would just be themselves and were praised. I was jealous that they were so relaxed around their partner and so secure that they wouldn't leave. I was jealous of devotion, of higher commitment, of romance, of watching people put effort into each other. The guys I chose were very opposite of what I pictured of a fairy tale since young. How do I become one of those princesses that princes go through obstacles for? Wishing the next relationship would be that wasn't working. I was hoping and projecting that these guys would be that for me, but I didn't even know or maintain an energy of receiving. To be a constant chaser means you have a hard time receiving, accepting. We all must know to find that inner balance of when to take action and when to trust things will just come to us. That means in relationships as well. I wish it was a I'm single, I got this mindset that made me have the mindset I do now. Unfortunately, within the 2 years, I stayed very open to relationships, getting to know people and their story, understanding their love languages. For me though, I had someone else get chosen over me to date without even knowing there was any other options. I had plans made behind my back to go fuck someone else while I was exclusive to them, also without knowing. Finding out was really hard. Ghosted right before my birthday after being told I was being taken on a break and going for a vacation. I've been ghosted on and off for months to spare my feelings, to make sure I wasn't attached. I romanticized an encounter with another person through text only to be told the next morning to just walk home because they weren't feeling it anymore. Be sexually active with someone in one moment, and the next moment, literally the next moment, they would roll over and be texting someone else. There were so many moments I wished I was toxic for the purpose of holding these guys' interests. Being myself wasn't interesting enough, sexy enough, stimulating enough, cool enough. How could I not be jealous when it seemed like no matter what I did, other people were being chosen over me? This was with so many different people in so many different situations. I really had a moment where I was like, it's just me. It's just me. How could I not be jealous of people receiving love and affection with so much ease when I was out here trying so fucking hard to even get consistent cuddles? Honestly, to receive anything. It may have taken being single for 2 years, half a dozen attempts in between, to finally realize I cultivated the best relationship I've ever had in my life, and that was with myself. During this time with all those guys, I got to see myself in a different light, but have an opportunity to love on myself in that way. With every time I thought, why aren't they choosing me? I'm fucking great. I'm really cool. I'm actually awesome. I'm entertaining. I'm interesting as fuck. I'm hilarious, sexual as fuck. I'm all these things, and I know that within me. Why do I even need any of these guys who don't make me feel this way? I finally now make myself feel. When I love on myself, I be loving on myself hard and in a lot of ways that I yearn for from different partners. I give myself that. If I'm craving that sexual love, oh, I have fun. When I'm craving that romantic love, I spend that day romanticizing my life a little extra in whatever I'm doing, in whatever I have access to. Not me waiting for romance. I just simply am like, okay, I'm gonna choose to romanticize this day. The sky looks extra freaking pretty today. I look extra pretty today. And I'm craving comfort love. Like when I'm feeling more down and sad, I put on comfort shows. I bring my blankets surrounding me. I make sure I feel extra loved. I make sure to have some chocolate. I make sure to feel extra sweet. It may sound like nothing compared to this societal expectation of having to find someone, of having to find your other half as an actual other person. It really just meant finding yourself really through life. Wouldn't it be a little off to be born and just know what you're doing and why you're here automatically right out of the womb? What's the purpose of that? To truly like what you do and love yourself through it all, you're the only constant relationship you have your whole life. You might as well learn to love it. You might as well learn to have fun with it. You might as well learn how to comfort yourself too. It's so freeing. Jealousy doesn't even last at all either. It really feels like a moment trigger of what I want. Everything else follows so abundantly. How am I gonna get it? It's never, oh, I don't have it yet. It's not even when am I gonna get it, because I'm not worried about time anymore upon my desires. I'm such in a state where what's for me will show in front of me, and what's not isn't. If it's not here yet, that means it will be. It's still in alignment with me, because you can want something in such a fleeting moment and it has nothing to really resonate other than the fact that you just wanted it. You know you truly can value what you desire when you have patience towards this. I'm saying this as a fire sign who had to really learn about patience. I've made videos about how I've had to learn about patience. So me saying that right now is saying something. For me to be like, when you're patient, the stuff you really are waiting for, when they come, it'll be more special. Yes. An example for all of these right now. I am no longer jealous of homes, of people buying new homes or people moving, because I know I am going to come into my own home. I already have my home. I already have my travel set in place. It's just the alignment is, I'm getting there. It's flowing. That just means right now, I'm just meant to be chilling right here in this home. I'm enjoying it still. If it's for me, it's for me. If I want it, I'm gonna go get it. And when I have it, I'm going to freaking love it. I am so grateful for all my materials and resources. For any connections, I know at this point it comes to resonancy. I have lonely moments and I wish I had a hug. I'm not yearning for it from anyone anymore though. Whoever's meant to come into my life is meant to. Trusting in my personal alignment, I really desire being around like minds, people who want to do the same thing as me, patiently waiting for it. That goes with my romantic connections as well. I'm no longer trying to go off by just my physical attraction alone, which is something I have done within the year. Some connection, I'm like, okay, this can work. I can do something with this. If I feel there's no effort from them in any stage, I just finally want to put myself in receiving in these connections. You know what value I bring, what I initiate in these connections, what I do in connections. I know that now. I'm going to be patient in who I feel like matches that energy completely. I'm really excited for this new season. Using jealousy as a tool is very beautiful. That's working with your shadow. That's not shaming yourself. There's no point in shaming yourself. You're allowed to redirect your thoughts. You're allowed to redirect your life. You're allowed to redirect your desires. You wanted something one day, life happened, you want something else the next day. That's okay. Validate that. Validate your journey. Understand that process of transition though. As long as you're understanding why you're changing your mind about things, that's it. Really hope this helps in terms of utilizing jealousy for yourself. People experience jealousy on different levels at different times of their life. Use it to point yourself to what you want, then make plans for that. Don't put yourself lower and say that you can't ever receive it and be mad at the people receiving it. Because what's stopping you? What's stopping you? Yourself. Just let me know if this helped you in any way, even just to let me know that you watched this whole thing. I love making videos like this. I'm not just talking out of my ass. These are things that I am literally applied, work through, still work through and apply, still works for me. Hopefully this helps you as well. We can battle our demons and work with our shadows. We can.